working towards realizing our vision for universal access to safe drinking water under the Jal Jeevan mission. The government is implementing major water supply projects across the state to ensure a reliable and sustainable supply of drinking water. The government continues to highest priority to rural infrastructure development and livelihood enhancement to improve incomes and quality of life in villages. Under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, over 1.55 lakh homes have already been completed. Women's empowerment has been significantly strengthened through the National Rural Livelihood Mission. To ensure good governance, block offices are being built in all the 56 C&OD blocks to improve the last mile public service delivery in the state. Farmers are backbone of society, and the state is guided with the objectives of more than doubling farmers' income. Across the state, farmers, collectives, and enabling producers to move from subsistence to value creation. The government has made significant progress in strengthening livestock health, productivity, and farmer livelihoods across the state. Under schemes such as CM Elevate, nearly 2,000 farmers have received subsidy support across the piggery, poultry, and goatry sectors. Meghalaya's fisheries sector continues to expand as an important component of the primary economy. In the recent years, fish production reaches 23,456 metric tons, making an increase over the previous year, though demand continues to exceed supply. Sericulture and weaving play a vital role in poverty elevation. Particularly in the tradition, Ire and Muga sectors. A major milestone was achieved with the inauguration of the Integral Textile Tourism Complex at Nagpur in December 2025. Meghalaya, as a community-led society, continues to reinforce and cooperative movement as a catalyst for inclusive growth. Tourism in our state has been a key sector in creating livelihood opportunities for the citizens. Since 2022, tourist footfalls have grown by nearly 60%, reflecting the state's rising profile as a premier destination in India. The Chief Minister's Meghalaya's grassroots music program has created more than 6,500 direct and indirect livelihood opportunities for our young artists. As part of our efforts to ensure inclusive development, the government continues to implement a wide range of programs to support women, children, senior citizens, and persons with disabilities. A network of 2,148 Anganwadi centers has been redesigned with child-friendly features. The DREAM mission has advanced through a holistic community-driven approach. The state has made significant progress in advancing the rights and inclusion of the persons and disabilities. The government continues to prioritize food security, consumer protection, and efficient delivery of essential services. Housing remains as a heart of our vision for dignity and opportunity for our citizens. By expanding access and improving delivery, Meghalaya has advanced health services with tangible results for every household. Sustained investments in infrastructure, human resources, and system strengthening have transformed the sector. Financial protection and digital transparency have further reinforced public trust in the health system. Meghalaya has achieved a major milestone in quality healthcare. The government remains steadfast in their commitment to improving learning outcomes and ensuring quality education across Meghalaya. Central of this effort is Mission Education, a flagship program transferring more than 2,000 schools, upgraded classrooms, and modern facilities. The State Cabinet has approved the state curriculum framework for the foundational stage. Higher education in Meghalaya is witnessing unprecedented expansion. Recently, government approved the establishment of Meghalaya's Teachers Training Academy. Aligned with the vision of inclusive growth, the state continues to uphold workers' rights and strengthen labor welfare. Meghalaya State Skill Development Society is delivering comprehensive human capital strategy. Meghalaya is rapidly emerging as a sporting hub in the country. To improve access to high-quality sports infrastructure for all, over 240 facilities are being constructed across the state. Our sports ecosystem is being strengthened through a comprehensive mix of scholarship, programs, and cash awards. Each year, more than 3,500 young people participate in state-supported sporting events. The government remains deeply committed to the promotion of celebration of Meghalaya's rich arts, culture, and heritage. Across the state, local communities preserve their cultural heritage by living in harmony with nature. Meghalaya is uniquely positioned to safeguard livelihoods while protecting nature. Flagship programs such as Green Meghalaya and Green Meghalaya Plus have transformed conservation into tangible value. The government continues to focus on expanding assured irrigation, protecting agriculture land from the floods and erosion, promoting integrated water resources management. The state continues to safeguard Meghalaya's core natural resources by promoting sustainable management of soil, water, vegetation through strong community participation. Since the NGT banned the Rathore coal mining, upheld by the Honorable Supreme Court, thousands of people who depend on the coal mining have lost their livelihoods. In the light of the recent tragic mining incident in Meghalaya, East Jantia Hills, the government has decided to constitute a judicial inquiry commission under the Commission of Inquiry Act to investigate the incident. The government is cognizant of the fact of when disaster strikes, timely and efficient relief is of utmost importance. For the first years, the Chief Minister's Secretariat implemented key development initiatives through the Chief Minister's Special Development Fund. The state remains committed to safeguarding consumers' interests by ensuring that all goods sold are accurate in quality and volume as declared. The government continues to strengthen transparent and citizen-centric communication, including the observance of the World Press Foundation Day and National Press Day. To strengthen governance across the state, iconic projects such as Meghalaya Secretariat Complex in New Shillong, the additional Secretariat Complex in Tura, and the Integrated Administrative Complex in Javai have already been initiated. New civil substation offices of many secretariats at Rakshamagre and Chokpot are nearing completion. The government has also prioritized citizen-centric infrastructure. The government remains committed to ensuring the timely and transparent filling vacancies across all departments. The state government continues to support the autonomous district councils in fulfilling their administrative and developmental responsibilities. The state has continued to make significant progress in advancing financial inclusion. The state economic performance the steady growth, with the gross state domestic product estimated to rupees 59,625 crores for the year 2025, at the current prices growing over the 12% from the previous year. Honorable members, I have outlined the several key achievements of the state government over the first year, accomplishment made possible through a collaborative and participatory approach in involving all the stakeholders. As I conclude my address, I trust that the matters placed before this August House will receive thoughtful deliberation and constructive discussion. Thanks to all of you. Kuble Mitela, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir. We thank the Honorable Governor of Meghalaya, who has been pleased to deliver his speech. Now, a tea party has been arranged in honor of the Honorable Governor in the Assembly Hall Annex. All the honorable members and senior officers are cordially invited to join the tea party. Separate tea party arrangement has also been made for officials on duty and media persons in the Assembly compound pandal. The House will now adjourn till 11:30 a.m. Now may I request all to kindly rise for the national song, national anthem, and the state anthem.
Dong ist ich nur die Kretschitong, ja pauperto ciano. Bless all and God through all life seasons. Bless all people with unity to live. Mongsonggipa mingnamgipa abri akong bulan maganda sa mamuna. Kumunang rimid ang ingwang tangbayan ang song. Siya sa morning, siya sa muna. I'll sing this song so rich and free. We'll honor you with harmony. Language, lineage, stronger legacy. In them, our land shall ever be.
Thank you. As announced, the House will now be adjourned till 11:30 a.m. Committee meeting on 27th January 2026 to settle the calendar for the budget session 2026. It was attended PM on 17 February 2026. Now we come to item number 3, report of the Business Advisory Committee. I would like to inform the House that I had called a meeting of the Business Advisory Committee meeting on 27th January 2026 to settle the calendar for the budget session 2026. It was attended by Sri Preston Tunsong, the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister in charge Parliamentary Affairs, Dr. Mukul M. Sangma, Leader of the Opposition, and Sri Paul Lingdo, Advisor. After a brief discussion, the BAC approved the draft calendar, which consists of 10 working days, out of which 7 days have been earmarked as government business and 3 days for private members' business. It was also decided that on a day allotted for demand for grants, after question hour, no other business shall be taken up for discussion except demand for grants, as provided under Rule 144(2) of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business, which states that on a day allotted on Sub-Rule 1 for the voting of demand for grants, no other business shall be taken up before 2 p.m. or at 12 noon if it is Friday, except with the consent of the Speaker. Therefore, on a day allotted for demand for grants, after question hour, only demand for grants shall be taken up. The calendar approved by the Business Advisory Committee is placed on the members' table. Now we come to item number 4. Sri Preston Tunsong, Deputy Chief Minister in charge, Parliamentary Affairs, to move that this House agrees to the allocation of time proposed by the Business Advisory Committee in regard to the various items of business for the current budget session. Sri Preston Tunsong, Deputy Chief Minister in charge, Parliamentary Affairs, to move, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to move that this House agrees to the allocation of time proposed by the Business Advisory Committee in regards to the various items of business for the current session, sir.
Motion moved. Now let me put the question before the House. The question is that this House agrees to the allocation of time proposed by the Business Advisory Committee with regard to various items of business for the current budget session 2026. Those who are in favor say aye. Those who are against say no. The ayes have it, the ayes have it. The motion is carried and the House agrees to the allocation of time proposed by the Business Advisory Committee for the current budget session 2026. Now we come to item number 5, panel of chairmen. In pursuance of Rule 9(1) of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business in the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly, I hereby nominate the following members to constitute the panel of chairmen for the budget session 2026. Number 1, Sri Roni V. Lingdo, MLA. Number 2, Sri Paul Lingdo, MLA. Number 3, Sri Martin J. Sangma, MLA. Number 4, Sri Dr. Mizanur R. Kazi, MLA. Before we take up the item number 6, I would like to inform the House that the Chief Minister would like to make a suo motu statement under Rule 55 of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business. Chief Minister, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like to express my gratitude to you for giving me this opportunity to make a suo motu statement regarding the unfortunate incident which occurred at Tangsko area of East Gentia Hills district on 5th of February 2026, leading to the loss of many precious lives and injuring several others. Sir, on the morning of 5th February 2026, it was reported that an explosion occurred at an illegal coal mining site in the Tangsko area of East Gentia Hills district, resulting in multiple casualties and injuries. The district administration, district police, SDRF, NDRF, fire and emergency services, and medical teams immediately launched coordinated search and rescue operations, during which 18 bodies were recovered on the first day, 4 bodies on 6th of February 2026, 2 bodies on 7th of February 2026. 8 injured persons were rescued, of whom 4 later succumbed to injuries on the 6th, 9th, 10th, and 11th of February 2026 at Nigram's Shillong and Agi Hospital, Beltola, Guwahati. 2 deaths were reported by families on 6th February 2026, which was verified by authorities. So the total reported deaths as of today, the 16th of February 2026, is 33 numbers. Sir, I would like to state that relief measures and assistance were initiated to support the affected families. A total of 24 lakhs has been dispersed to the next of kin of 8 deceased persons. The process of dispersing ex gratia relief to the remaining families and next of kin is underway, with daily communication channel being maintained with the families for getting the requisite details. After sustained operations and after due consultation with all rescue agencies in the search and rescue operation at Tangsko area was finally closed at 5 p.m. on 9th of February 2026. In connection with the incident, a suo motu FIR has been registered via Clariat PS case number 14/2026 U/S 105/118(2/3)5 BNS R/W section 21/21(1) MMDR Act R/W section 3 Explosives Substance Act. A special investigation team has been formed by the Director General of Police, Meghalaya. The SIT is headed by DIG Eastern Range, comprising Superintendent of Police, East Gentia Hills, Deputy Superintendent of Police, East Gentia Hills, and other police officers, has been formed on 12th of February 2026 to investigate the above case. It may be stated that 7 persons have been arrested in relation to the above FIR. The district task force, headed by the Deputy Commissioner and comprising of Superintendent of Police, DFO Territorial, District Transport Officer, district mining officer, and other officials have been monitoring the incident and taking a concerted effort to curb illegal mining and illegal transportation of coal. These include seizure of illegally mined coal, recovery of explosives, registration of FIRs, arrests, promulgation of prohibitory orders under Section 163 BNSS, and dismantling of cranes and allied machinery at the site to prevent resumption of illegal mining. Sir, as per preliminary inputs received, the explosion was likely caused by the use of explosive substances during illegal mining operations. The incident resulted in multiple fatalities and injuries, and several persons were feared trapped inside the mine. The nature of the mining site, including unstable ground conditions, confined underground passages, debris, and the presence of machinery and explosives, posed serious risk both to survivors and to rescue personnel. Sir, prohibitory orders under Section 163 of BNSS were promulgated in and around mining sites within East Jente Hills district to prevent obstruction of enforcement operations and deter illegal mining activities. Consequent to the same, a team comprising of executive magistrate, police personnel, and officials of the Directorate of Mineral Resources were constituted to step up enforcement drives on a daily basis. Notably, 5 additional teams have been mobilized to conduct raids and seizures. We have also deputed 6 additional gazetted officers, 8 additional sub-inspectors, and 4 additional numbers of platoons of armed battalion force. Apart from main FIR related to the above incident, a total of 62 FIRs have been filed till date, out of which 57 were filed after the incident and 5 were filed prior to the incident. These 62 FIRs are related to illegal extraction of coal. Moreover, 5 FIRs were filed on illegal transportation of coal and 2 on seizures of explosives. Further, a total of 7 persons have been arrested in these cases till date, apart from the 7 persons arrested in connection with the mingnamgipa incident. The total quantity of coal seized is 15,224.72 metric tons as on 14th of February 2026. The process of dismantling of cranes and seizure of machinery for illegal coal mining has started with a total of 6 cranes being dismantled till 13th of February 2026, with the process of dismantling still going on. These actions are being taken under Section 152 of BNSS. Sir, further a total of 6 vehicles used in illegal transportation of coal have been seized till 13th of February 2026. Further, the police are also stepping up the use of drones to monitor activities of illegal coal mining. Sir, it may be stated that even prior to this incident, the district administration and the police have been taking actions on illegal extraction of coal. In 2025, a total of 4 numbers of cases were registered in connection with illegal extraction of coal, which were detected using drones. A total of 11,182 metric tons of illegal coal was seized, including machinery like cranes and generators, which were used for illegal extraction of coal. Sir, the state government has decided to undertake a comprehensive investigation into this incident by forming a Judicial Inquiry Commission under Commission of Inquiries Act 1952 that has been notified on 14th of February 2026. The terms of references of the Commission are A. To inquire into the circumstances leading to the incident dated 5/2/2026 in the coal mines located at Mingnamgipa village Cleriat, East Gentia Hills District, Meghalaya. B. To submit a comprehensive fact-finding report on the acts and/or omissions of the persons and/or authorities concerned, including any failure to prevent the occurrence of the incident on 5th of February 2026. C. To examine the root causes of illegal coal mining in the state of Meghalaya, including but not limited to the working conditions of laborers and miners whose livelihoods depend on coal mining. D. To recommend remedial measures, including administrative and institutional reforms, to be adopted by the government of Meghalaya to prevent the recurrence of such incidents in the future. E. To suggest appropriate measures, including financial packages or rehabilitation schemes for persons whose livelihood depended on coal mining prior to it was banned by Honorable National Green Tribunal in original application number 73/2014, wide order dated 17/2/2014. And F. To suggest as to whether the government of Meghalaya ought to approach Her Excellency, the President of India, for any relaxation, modification, exception in application of the provisions of the Mines and Minerals Development Act 1957 or any other applicable law passed by Parliament under Para 12AB of the 6th Schedule of the Constitution in view of the traditional practices of mining prevalent in the state of Meghalaya. So this commission is being headed by Justice Retired R.S. Chauhan, former Chief Justice of Uttarakhand High Court and former Chief Justice of Telangana High Court, as the chairperson, with two members, namely Shri H. Nongplu, IPS retired, and Shri Peter Dakhar, IAS retired. The commission has been given a time of 6 months to submit the inquiry report. So with this, the state government is committed towards ensuring that illegal coal mining and illegal transportation does not go unchecked. It is this government that has taken steps to ensure that scientific mining is also taken up, with 3 approvals already obtained for scientific mining and 20 more being forwarded to the Government of India, which are at advanced stage of receiving clearances. The Judicial Commission of Inquiry, as per the terms of reference, will undertake not only an investigation of the incident that occurred on the 5th of February 2026, but will examine the root cause of illegal mining and suggest measures which will, as per the Commission of Inquiry Act 1952, again be placed in this august House. With these submissions and with these few words, I once again thank you for giving me this opportunity to give a suo motu statement on the incident that occurred. Thank you so much.
Thank you. As per Rule 55, there will be no question or clarification on the suo motu statement issued by the Honorable Chief Minister. So now we come to item number 6. Sri Suma Balangdar, Deputy Chief Minister in charge, Commerce and Industries, to lay the 41st, 42nd and 43rd annual report of the Meghalaya Handloom and Handicrafts Development Corporation Limited for the year 2019-2020, 2020-2021 and 2021-2022. Deputy Chief Minister in charge, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to lay the 41st, 42nd and 43rd annual report of the Meghalaya Handlooms and Handicraft Development Corporations Limited for the year 2019-2020, 2020-2021, and 2021-2022.
Now we come to item number 7. Sri Metbalingdo, Minister in charge, power to lay the following. Number 1, the 14th annual report of the Meghalaya Energy Corporation Limited for the financial year 2022 to 2023. Number 2, 14th annual report of the Meghalaya Power Transmission Corporation Limited for the financial year 2022 to 2023. 3, the 14th annual report of the Meghalaya Power Generation Corporation Limited for the financial year 2022 to 2023. And number 4, the 18th annual report of the Meghalaya State Electricity Regulatory Commission for the financial year 2024-25. Number 5, the 18th annual report of the Meghalaya State Electricity Regulatory Commission for the financial year 2024 to 2025. Minister in charge, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to lay the following. A, the 14th annual report of the Meghalaya Energy Corporation Limited for the financial year 2022-2023. B, the 14th annual report of the Meghalaya Power Transmission Corporation Limited for the financial year 2022-2023. C, the 14th annual report of the Meghalaya Power Generation Corporation Limited for the financial year 2022-2023. The 14th annual report of the Meghalaya Power Distribution Corporation Limited for the financial year 2022-2023. E, the 18th annual report of the Meghalaya State Electricity Regulatory Commission for the financial year 2024-2025.
Now we come to item number 8. Sri Smoblang Deputy Chief Minister in charge, Prisons and Correctional Services, to beg leave to introduce the Meghalaya Prisons and Correctional Services Bill 2026. Deputy Chief Minister, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to leave to introduce the Meghalaya Prisons and Correctional Services Bill 2026.
Motion moved. Let me put the question before the House. The question is that the leave be granted to introduce the Meghalaya Prisons and Correctional Services Bill 2026. Those who are in favor say aye. Aye. Those who are against say no. The ayes have it. The ayes have it. The motion is carried and leave to introduce the Meghalaya Prisons and Correctional Services 2026 is granted. Sri Sumabalangdar, Deputy Chief Minister in charge, to introduce the bill, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to leave to introduce the bill.
Secretary to read out the title of the bill.
Meghalaya Prisons and Correctional Services Bill 2026 is introduced.
Now we come to item number 9. Sri Conrad K. Sangma, Chief Minister in charge of Finance, to beg leave to introduce the Meghalaya Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Amendment Bill 2026. Chief Minister in charge, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg leave to introduce the Meghalaya Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Amendment Bill 2026.
Motion moved. Now let me put the question before the House. The question is that the leave be granted to introduce the Meghalaya Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Amendment Bill 2026. Those who are in favor say aye. Aye. Those who are against say no. The ayes have it, the ayes have it. The motion is carried and the leave to introduce the Meghalaya Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Amendment Bill 2026 is granted. Sri Conrad K. Sangma, Chief Minister in charge, to introduce the bill, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I introduce the bill.
Secretary to read out the title of the bill.
The Meghalaya Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Amendment Bill 2026 is introduced.
Now we come to item number 10. Sri Conrad K. Sangma, Chief Minister in charge of Finance, to present the supplementary demands for grants and supplementary appropriation for 2025-2026. Sri Conrad K. Sangma, Chief Minister, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to present the supplementary demands for grants and supplementary appropriation for the year 2025-2026.
Now we come to item number 11. Sri President Tungsong, Deputy Chief Minister in charge, Parliamentary Affairs, to move. Whereas Sri Lakshman Rambui have ceased to be a member of the Committee on Public Accounts by virtue of his being appointed minister with effect from the date of his appointment as minister, this Assembly do elect another one member in accordance with Rule 242(1) of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business in the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly to fill up the vacancy for the remaining term for the said committee in accordance with the principle of proportional representation by means of a single transferable vote. Deputy Chief Minister, Please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to move that whereas Sri Lakshman Bui have ceased to be a member of the Committee on Public Accounts by virtue of his being appointed Minister with effect from the date of his appointment as Minister, this Assembly do elect another one member in accordance with Rule 242 sub Rule 1 of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business in the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly to fill up the vacancy for the remaining terms for the said committee in accordance with the principle of proportional representation by means of single transferable vote.
The Secretary to notify the date, time and place of holding the election. Now we come to item number 12. Sri Preston Tinsong, Deputy Chief Minister in charge, Parliamentary Affairs, to move that whereas Sri Violet Mikeshila have ceased to be a member of the Committee on Estimates by virtue of his being appointed Minister with effect from the date of his appointment as Minister, this Assembly do elect another one member in accordance with the Rule 244 subclause Rule 1 of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business in the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly to fill up the vacancy for the remaining term for the said committee in accordance with the principle of proportional representation by means of a single transferable vote. Deputy Chief Minister in charge, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to move that whereas Sri Violet Mikeshila have ceased to be a member of the Estimates Committee by virtue of his being appointed Minister with effect from the date of his appointment as Minister, this Assembly do elect another one member in accordance with Rule 244 sub Rule 1 of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business in the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly to fill up the vacancy for the remaining term of the said committee in accordance with the principle of proportional representation by means of single transferable vote.
The Secretary to notify the date, time and place of holding the election. Now we come to item number 7. Sri Preston Tinsong, Deputy Chief Minister in charge, Parliamentary Affairs, to move that in pursuance of the Rule 244(1) of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business in the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly, this Assembly now elect one member to the House to fill up the vacancy in the Estimates Committee for the remaining term for the said committee in accordance with the principle of proportional representation by means of a single transferable vote. Deputy Chief Minister, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to move that in pursuance of Rule 244 sub Rule 1 of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business in the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly, this Assembly do now elect one member of the House to fill up the vacancy in the Estimate Committee for the remaining terms for the said committee in accordance with the principle of proportional representation by means of single transferable votes.
The Secretary to notify the date, time and place of holding the election. Now we come to item number 13, obituary references. We begin with the Chief Minister, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, in the last 6 months, the state of Meghalaya and other states in the country and the nation as a whole has lost many, many distinguished leaders. In our own state of Meghalaya, we lost our former Chief Minister of Meghalaya, late Dr. D.D. Lapang, who passed away on 12th of September 2025. He was 91 years old. We also lost late R.A. Lingdo, former Minister of State of Meghalaya, who represented Soyong constituency. He passed away on the 4th of December 2025. He was 80 years old. Late Imkong L. Imchen, former Minister of Nagaland, who passed away on the 11th of November 2025. He was 75 years old. late P.P. Thankachan, former Speaker of the Kerala Legislative Assembly, who passed away on the 11th of September 2025. He was 86 years old. Late Giriraj Prasad Tiwari, former Speaker of the Rajasthan Legislative Assembly. He passed away on the 2nd of October 2025. He was 104 years old. Late Ravi Nayak, former Chief Minister of Goa, who passed away on the 15th of October 2025. He was 79 years old. Late Yogendra Makhwana, former Union Minister of Government of India from Gujarat, who passed away on the 21st of October 2025. He was 2 days short of his 92nd birthday. Late Mainul Haq, a former member of the West Bengal Legislative Assembly, who passed away on the 2nd of November 2025. He was 62 years old. Late H.Y. Meti, a senior Congress leader and 5-time member of the Karnataka Legislative Assembly, who passed away on the 4th of November 2025. He was 79 years old. Late Sudhakar Singh, former member of the Uttar Pradesh Legislative Assembly, who passed away on 20th of November 2025. He was 67 years old. Late Diwakar Bhatt, former member of the Uttarakhand Legislative Assembly, who passed away on the 25th of November 2025. He was 79 years old. Late Sri Prakash Jaiswal, former Member of Parliament and Union Minister from Uttar Pradesh, who passed away on 28th of November 2025. He was 81 years old. Late Shivraj Vishwanath Patil, former Lok Sabha Speaker and Union Minister of India from Maharashtra, who passed away on the 12th of December 2025. He was 90 years old. Late Ram Vilas Vedanti, former member of the Lok Sabha from Madhya Pradesh, who passed away on 15th of December 2025. He was 67 years old. Late Bishwa Bandhu Sen, Speaker of Tripura Legislative Assembly, who passed away on 26th of December 2025. He was 72 years old. Late Suresh Kalmadi, Senior Congress leader and former Union Minister from Maharashtra, who passed away on 6th of January 2026. He was 81 years old. Late N. Sundaram, former member of the Tamil Nadu Legislative Assembly, who passed away on the 26th of January 2026. He was 72 years old. Late Ajit Pawar, former Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, who passed away on 28th of January 2026. He was 66 years old. Sir, all the leaders who we have lost have contributed immensely to their own state and to society and the nation as a whole. And I pay my deepest respect to all the departed souls and express my deepest condolences to the members of the bereaved family. Sir, amongst the leaders who we lost, late Dr. D.D. Lapang is somebody who I am very sure has touched the lives of every single member in this house. I am confident that almost every member in this house has engaged, worked, benefited, supported, whatever the word one would like to use. But late Dr. D.D. Lapang was somebody who was a mentor, a leader, a statesman to many, many people in our state and beyond. I have very, very fond memories of late Dr. D.D. Lapang. I remember even as a very young boy studying in class 6, class 7, when he was together with late P.A. Sangma. Even during that time, I remember him coming to our house. I remember different programs that we used to have. Though I was not part of those programs, but on the sidelines, I used to watch and notice all the leaders, and late Dr. D.D. Lapang definitely was one who stood out. Apart from the contributions that he has made to his constituency, apart from the contribution that he has made to Ribhoi district, and the contributions that he has made to the state as a minister, as deputy chief minister, and as chief minister of the state, are many in number. It would be impossible for us to list down all the things that he has done for the state and for his people. As I said, especially when it comes to his constituency and the district, which was something, of course, that was carved out and came because of his blessings. But apart from all of this, the personal relation that we had was also further strengthened by the fact that towards the end, when he was not in, I should say, proper active politics as a whole, we approached Dr. D.D. Lapang and requested him that he may be old at age, but in terms of his stature, in terms of his political experience, in terms of his knowledge, our party, which is the National People's Party, would deeply benefit with his guidance and his experience. And we were very, very happy. I remember our Deputy Chief Minister, Mr. Preston Tinsong, and few of us, after we requested him, he agreed to join and be part of our party. And what I found exceptional about Dr. D.D. Lapang was that even at that age when he came and joined our party, there was a certain spark and a certain excitement in him in every single program that we had. It was almost as if he was, a young, new political person coming into the field. And whether the meeting was a large meeting or a small meeting, once he was informed, he would make it a point to attend that meeting, in spite of the challenges he had. Apart from the fact that he would attend those meetings, when he would speak, even at that age, he would speak with so much clarity, so much of commitment and passion to the people, to the party. And his memory was one of, the greatest qualities, I must say, that he had, because he would remember everything, even at that age. And therefore, he was a marvelous, exceptionally talented and gifted individual who continued to be active throughout his life. I remember going to meet him when he was not well and he was not able to speak at that point in time. Of course, I went also to the hospital when I heard the news that he was very serious. But before that, when he was in the house for a couple of weeks or about a month, I got a chance to visit him. And even at that point in time, he was not able to speak well. He was not able to communicate well. But even in that stage, he made it a point to inform his son, to tell me that he's sorry that he's not able to speak to me properly, and that he's like this, sitting out now. He's not able to talk to me, and he was thanking me that I came to meet him. That is the kind of person late Dr. D.D. Lapang was. So it was just amazing, and I must say an inspiration, and he'll be greatly missed as a father figure and as a leader and as a person who has guided, I'm sure, many of the leaders out here in this August House, and many more, of course, who are not here in this August House with us. But his impact and his footprints have, I'm sure, covered the state as a whole and affected many lives. So we really miss him, and we really would like to express our deepest condolences to the family members and pray for all the members of the family of late D.D. Lapang. I also have very fond memories of late Ajit Pawar. And sir, as you must be obviously aware, we were all together in the NCP. And when we were in the NCP together, I remember in the early 2000s, we used to call him Ajit Dada at that time. We still called him Ajit Dada. And through his support, in the year 2003-2004, I was made the national president of the NCP Youth at that point in time. So I got a good opportunity to work with late Ajit Pawar. And the most amazing quality, I must say, that he had was the fact that he was very approachable. So whenever anybody went to meet him, he may not be able to solve everybody's problem. He may not have been able to sit and discuss with everybody. But he would make it a point that he would shake hands with everyone, give those 3 seconds, 5 seconds of his time, and just nod his head and take the paper or listen to the points, whether he noted it down or not. But the person always felt that Ajit Dada has met us, he listened to us. And that quality is something that really impacted the party as a whole at that point in time. He was a grassroots person. He was the organizer. He was a person who would do all the background work for the NCP then. And I got a chance to sit, to work with him, and most importantly, learn from him. Even in recent years, as Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, in many occasions, in different meetings, we got opportunities to meet. And he would very fondly remember the past. He would tell me about how we worked together in the NCP. And of course, his death was a shock to all of us. And it was something that we still can't accept in one way, though we are not in the same party now. but I have a great respect. I had a great respect for him. I still have a great respect for him. And as I said, I've learned a lot from his style of politics about being grounded, about being accessible, and about ensuring that you meet everybody. And that's something that late Ajit Pawar has at least taught me to a large extent. So I really miss him also. And I'm sure that there'll be a huge vacuum for the NCP as well as for the state of Maharashtra, because the region and the area that has been representing for a very long time, they will find it very difficult to fill that gap and that vacuum that late Ajit Pawar has left. I express my condolences to the family members of late Ajit Pawar, and I pray to Almighty that his soul may rest in eternal peace. There are so many other leaders that are there, very senior leaders. I did not have an opportunity to directly work with them, but leaders like late Shivraj Patel, are individuals who we always looked up to. We met in different occasions, but I never got a chance to work closely because they were much more senior to us. And even leaders like late Imchen was again somebody who I got an opportunity to meet multiple times. Again, a person who has been very active in Nagaland politics. And I never got an opportunity to work closely with him, but we met many times in different occasions, and of course shared a lot of discussion about Nagaland politics. And at times he even guided us on how to organize our party in Nagaland. So I have fond memories, but as I said, did not get a chance to work in detail, but definitely a very known figure and a person who will be missed a lot, a person who has really contributed to his constituency as well as to the state of Nagaland. So once again, sir, on behalf of all the members of the August House, I stand here to pay my respect to all the departed soul, as well as express my deepest condolences to all the members of the bereaved family, and may the Almighty give strength to all the members of the family and all the supporters of these leaders, so that they are able to bear this huge loss and this huge vacuum that they will have to face in the days to come. With these few words, I resume my seat. Thank you, sir.
Any other members would like to participate? Dr. Mukul M. Sangma, LO, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I also rise to join the Leader of the House in condoling the sad demise of quite a substantial number of illustrious leaders whom we have lost in less than last 6 months. Mr. Speaker, sir, through you, at the very outset, I would like to convey my deepest condolences to the members of the bereaved family of these illustrious leaders who have left us, and would like to pray that the gracious Almighty God grant them solace and fortitude to overcome this irreparable loss to all the bereaved families. Mr. Speaker, sir, we have lost leaders whom we have known and who are very close and with whom we are closely associated. We have lost one of our own leaders, Dr. Didi Lapang. We also lost one of our leaders from the state, late Rein Augustine Lingdo. We also lost late Imkong L. Imchen from Nagaland. We also lost late PP Tankachan. We also lost late Giriraj Prasad Tiwari. We also lost Ravi Naik. We also lost late Yogendra Makwana. We also lost late Mainul Haq. We also lost late H.Y. Mitti. We lost L. Sudhakar Singh. We also lost late Divakar Bhatt. We also lost late Sri Prakash Jaiswal. We also lost late Sibraj Viswanathan Patil. We also lost late Ram Bilas Vedanti. We also lost late Biswa Bandhu Sen, late Suresh Kalmadi, and late N. Sundaram, and we lost late Ajit Pawarji. We did lost quite a number of illustrious leaders from across the country. It is only befitting to remember their innumerable contributions for the overall growth of the respective constituencies which they represented, and also the respective states to which they belonged, and to the nation as a whole. While I would like to place before my sense of deep appreciation to these innumerable services contributed by these illustrious leaders during their time, I would like to confine my few personal feelings as we remember late Dr. Didi Lapang and his contributions. Dr. Didi Lapang a man known by each and everyone across the state. We used to know him while we were children in the school, and we were privileged, including myself, to know him as his colleague and friend and associate. I had the privilege to meet him just one day before he passed away, on the 11th of September. And as we all know, Dr. Didi Lapang, whenever we used to meet before we embark upon anything, whether a journey or any new initiatives, whenever at home or even in the midst of people, when surrounded by faithfuls, he will lead us with prayer. He would always pray. Whenever we visited the sick, he would always pray. That day when I visited him, he was trying to tell me so many things. But having seen his condition, I had to request him to take a rest. And that was the only time when I had the privilege to pray in front of him. He smiled and said, "Thank you for your prayer, Mukul. This is the first time you have prayed for me." So, because naturally it was him who used to pray for me and pray for us. So a man who never forgot to pray for each one of us. And a leader, I remember in 2018, on the run-up for the election, prior to 2018 election, when he whispered to me that he would decide not to contest anymore. So the negotiation, the discussion between two of us, he told me, because I was worried, "Sir, how do you want to leave the vacuum?" He said, "Doctor, don't worry." So leader who knew that when he vacated the seat, he will have another leader to fill up the vacancy. A leader who knew that he had to groom somebody, that after he vacates his position or his seat, there'll be someone. He told me, "Don't worry, Dr. Mukul Sangma. I already have a leader whom I have groomed and nurtured." I asked him the name, he told me the name. We both agreed. So a leader who always understood that as a leader, if he wanted to do justice for the people whom he served and whom he loved, he should always ensure that after him, that there is somebody to replace him. Like Joshua replaced Moses, he used to remind us. So a leader who always was able to comprehend the capabilities, competencies of each one of us who had the privilege to work with him. I, with my long association since 1998 as an MLA and as colleague of this August House, till 2018, 20 long years of close association, I would very frankly admit that he was one of the leaders who are very rare, who dared to groom and nurture his successors. But usually in political arena and amongst politics, rather amongst politicians, there is a big no-no in the mind of many of the leaders to allow leaders to succeed and to nurture in a manner which is considered befitting for somebody to succeed and fill the vacancy or vacuum whenever needed. I am a beneficiary of this magnanimity of Dr. Didi Lapang. I had the privilege to enrich myself from his experiences. He would guide, teach, share. And over the years, as I climbed the ladder of my career path, I would always be reminded by that Dr. Didi Lapang to cool down my temper, to develop my power of patience and perseverance, because he used to tell me one thing, while appreciating all that he has seen amongst all of us, he would dare to tell us that you may try to overcome these shortcomings. Always reminding each one of us, not only me, because in front of me he used to do the same to many of our colleagues. So a true mentor, not just a colleague and friend and associate. So in him, we did see the immense quality which we tried to inherit. He was one of the very few politicians who had the art of accommodation. He had the art of pacifying somebody who is angry. The moment he knows that somebody is angry with him, he knows how to handle him and pacify him and ensure that the angry man becomes so mellowed down. The art of mellowing down people. In fact, I am also, again, a beneficiary of that art. We did have innumerable occasions of taking a call on issues that confronted the state. And he would always allow a healthy discussion and debate before taking a decision. He would always be receptive to the kind of suggestions or any idea that can emanate out of that collective discussions and decisions. And the power of being able to appreciate whenever any idea emanates from any of our colleagues and how we collectively factor them as we embark upon in any initiative, new or in course correction, while confronted by challenges. I did have time, rather a very, very long time to be with him. And yes, on a number of occasions, we agreed and agreed. We also had times when we had to agree to disagree, and he would always be accommodative. That is the quality that I continue to remember and would like to share in this August House. We shared the accolades together, and we also shared the criticism together and the blames together wherever we perceived that there were omission and commission. And he would always be ready to say where he's wrong. That was what Dr. Didilapang was. He would always be accommodated to any new ideas, out-of-box approach, while we would like to embark upon innumerable initiatives for the purpose of serving the people and building the state. The quantum of benefits that the state has received and the people as a whole have received because of his long innings of service can never be quantified because they are too innumerable. But one thing is sure, that he has, as the leader of the August House have rightly referred to, he has touched the lives of all of us. Not only the lives of the people, rather us who are privileged to be members of this August House, but all the lives across the state. And in fact, many of the leaders who belonged to the same organization when we were together, while he held the responsibility of Northeast Congress Coordination Committee, how he would like to meet again and again and be a host as usual, because he had always been a good host, a person who loved good food and good humor. I know he used to like indulging his palates. And whenever there was an opportunity to host him, he would always indicate his favorite cuisine so that the menu has the inclusion of those list of his favorites. I don't know how many times we all have had the privilege of his hospitality, receiving the benefit of his hospitality and the quantum of guidance and the lessons learned through our association with him. We will all remember him for all those contributions that he has made to the people as a whole and to each one of us as he impacted and touched our lives respectively. I once again, at my personal level, would like to say thank you to Dr. Let Didilapang for touching my lives personally. I remember when he used to show magnanimity whenever he has to step down from the post of chief minister. But he would always say that, yes, I'm giving you this opportunity, but I will take it back lest you do not perform. So it would be always on condition. The condition is in the interest of the people and the state. Well, if you don't perform, be careful because I'm waiting. So that is what he used to indicate to all of us. And that's the reason why, if we look at his innings, how many times was he sworn in as chief minister? 5 times. And I remember when, after being CM, he had to lead the party. And because there was a peculiar political situation in the state, we had to form a coalition government. He agreed to take the number 2 position. I think there are too many such occasions which demonstrated his sense of humility and also the power of accommodation that he possessed. And I remember when there was a time for him to step down and let me in. We were in Delhi both together. And he said, Mukul, let's pray. So before he left Delhi, he ensured that we prayed together. And that's how the rest is story. So somebody who is, as I have said, not only contribute his innings while he was a leader, but ensure that he built leaders to succeed him. That people of this beautiful state do not have to search for leaders. That leaders will be available for the people of the state. And this is exactly what he has done. And that's why you see galaxy of leaders in this August House who are loaded with wealth of experience and are capable. All of us have been touched by him. And with these few words, Mr. Speaker, sir, I once again pay my tribute and respect to this great departed leader. And also, I thank the members of the Biri family because they were also extraordinary, special, and allowed him to continue to guide us, mentor us, and serve the people. I also would like to remember let R.L. Lingdo, who served as MDC and who was a member of the Catch DC, and subsequently became the elected representative of Soyong constituency. For me, that I once again pay respect and tribute to all these distinguished departed leaders and convey to you, Mr. Speaker, sir, my deepest condolences to all the members of this Biri family, and also pray that the departed souls rest in eternal peace. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Meral Bonling, please.
Honorable Speaker, sir, I rise to participate, to join hand, the leader of the House and the leader of opposition, to pay homage and tribute to all the leaders who have passed away in the past 6 months. We have lost two of the leaders from the state, late Dr. Didi Lapang and late Shri R.A. Lendok. Apart from these two leaders, there are as many as 16 other distinguished parliamentarians as well as members in the Legislative Assembly whom we have lost. I would like to recall my association with Dr. Didi Lapang, who has represented Nongpok constituency for 8 consecutive terms since 1972. For me personally, he is not only the leader who have represented the constituency and who have contributed to the state for so long, but to me personally, he is a father figure, he is a mentor, he is a guide who have always stood like a rock behind all the issues that the people of the state has faced in the past. We cannot deny the fact that in a vibrant democracy, in the ups and downs, with respect to various government in the state since 1972 till 2018, he has a great role to play with regard to the issues that he has led from the front. On this very occasion, today when we pay homage and we remember the departed soul. I would take this opportunity to express my deepest condolences to the bereaved family, especially to his wife, Kong Amatis Bla, and all the children, the grandchildren, and the family members. As I have said in my opening remark, he has been sworn in 5 times as the Chief Minister of the state. And when we recall about his association with one of the oldest party of our country, the Indian National Congress, where he has associated himself somewhere in the year 1976, 78 onward. Even though in the first election, he won as an independent candidate, and he has been made Minister of State during that term. After that, his dedication to the people of the constituency, the people of Ribhoi district, and the people of the state, in which his relationship, it is not within the political sphere of the state, but he is the person who has a broad relationship across party line, across community, across religion. In his younger days, I am told, even though I'm like a son by age, my father was his close associate with him since before. Maybe few of us we know, maybe few of us we don't know, that he is one of the good choir member representing the youth from Ribhoi district in various occasions in Shillong or in various parts of the state with his friends and colleagues. Apart from being a good choir member, he is also a good speaker in the church. And I'm not wrong to say that many women, they used to cry when he delivered his message in the church, be it at the local church, be it at the presbytery or the synod and so on. That is the kind of the relationship that he has across community and religion. And I'm told by his family member, as a father in the family, also he has a great role to play, how to groom his children, grandchildren, even though he lost his daughter, where he has to take care of his grandchildren somewhere between the year 1984-85. He has been through thick and thin in his family life, political career, relationship with various community, NGO, civil society, but he stood like a rock to ensure that various issues from Nongpo constituency, Ribhoi district, to be heard in the August House, right from those days till the end of his tenure. As one of the citizens of Ribhoi during those days, we fondly remember Lapang as Mahe Dr. Didi Lapang. We used to call him the father of Ribhoi. He has a great role to play in 4th of June 1992, where Ribhoi district has been carved out of East Kasahin district. And with the association with various leaders and NGOs like Ribhoi Dorbar, in which this dream and aspiration of the people has been fulfilled. Balapang has been associated in forming various association, institutions within the district. Association like the Riboy Dorbar, sports association like the Riboy District Sports Association, church institution like the RBCF in Shillong, and various association NGOs like RBOF, Riboy Youth Federation. He acts like a founder. He is indeed a founder and an advisor to advise each and every one of them in various occasions. We fondly remember late Dr. Didi Lapang. Three of his qualities in which, to me personally also, I took it as an advice and carry on this legacy till today. That is humility, dependability, and punctuality. I'm told prior to 1993, in which the year in which he lost election once, prior to 1993, he was not so punctual. But that occasion that happened in 1993 election, in which he lost the election, it makes him that a changed man. I remember in the election campaign in 1998, in which again he won the election, he always said that I am a new Lapang, not an old Lapang, in the election campaign. That I am a changed man. I have changed. Even though I am not closely associated prior to 1993, but I am told like that by various leaders who are there. But after 1998 onwards, he's a changed man. And myself as a student, we fondly remember. It was during 1988 when he was the Deputy Chief Minister under the leadership of late Purno Sangma as Chief Minister during that time. When they came to inaugurate the Umden PHC at my village, I fondly remember where we stood at both sides of the road clapping hands as students, welcoming our Deputy Chief Minister, tall in figure, in always three-piece suit, and a good orator. And I still remember, till today, there is one tree within the premises of the PHC at Umden, in which they planned during that time. It is still there till now also, in my own village. Speaker, sir, when we remember about his dedication, hard-working person, and a person who do not giving up, he will fight till the end. Various honorable members, senior members of this August House, they know very well about this. They will be well versed about the dedication. He used to sit in his residential office till 12, 1, 2 o'clock also, meeting people. As members from his own constituency, I remember he always tell us, wait, let me complete people from here. You are from my own constituent, please wait. We used to wait and meet him. Even though he slept late at night, he woke up early morning, reading the Bible, well dressed, again meeting people. This is a kind of nature that he has dedicated his life serving the people of the state for 40 years, including 5 years when he lost election is 45 years. Sir, it is a time in which personally I cannot forget the fact. After 2004 onward, after I complete my PG, I work closely associated with him, working in Youth Congress in various capacity. He has been the president of Meghalaya Pradesh Congress Committee, and he has been holding various positions in the state government, as I have said 5 times, as chief minister, as deputy chief minister, as cabinet minister, as leader of opposition. But the thing which I remember once he said, in line with our leader of opposition have said, that was in 2010, during the change of leadership before leader of opposition took over. That is human nature as a leader with my leader. Naturally, I don't want him to step down during that time. That is natural. All our leaders, we met and requested him, why you are going to step down as chief minister? The response he gave is that, quote, I am the loyal soldier of the party. I will abide by whatever the party high command will tell me, unquote. This is the exact word he said to each and every one of us. We were in Delhi that time. We went together. That was somewhere in October 2010. And before that also, we remember the incident, the issues of coalition government, the change of leadership between 2003 and 2008 within our state. Balapang was sworn in for the second time as chief minister in 2003, again stepped down in 2006, again swearing in for the third time in 2007, for the fourth time in 2008, where he was CM for not less than 10 days. He has to prove majority in the floor of the House, and he resigned before that because there is no number. And again for the fifth time, was sworn in 2009 for the last time. And this is on, and we have us a leader that time who closely associated with him. We recall all those experiences, the guidance, the dedication that personally I felt it is a training ground for me personally. And I must say on record that today I am what I am, it is due to late Dr. Didi Lapang. His contribution to me personally. It was in 2017 when I remember that he asked me, because during that time, in the month of May 2017, most of the leaders in Nongpok constituency, they left Balapang. Everybody left Congress that time. And he asked me, even you are going to leave me? I said, no, Mahe. Come what may, I will leave you. You will be our candidate for 2018 election. Because that time he is full prepared. Till the month of October 2017, he was prepared to contest 2018 election. And we are there at the ground to work for him, even though many people in the constituency have said he is too old like that, with due respect. But we are there, stood like a rock behind him. And this is God's will. He is unwell by the month of October. After we had a meeting in one village in Maulong where he was shivering, Balapang used to speak not less than half an hour or 25 minutes minimum. But that day he spoke only 5 minutes. He was shivering in the meeting. I thought something wrong. Then we advised him to leave and come back to Shillong. That night itself, he called me also. I came to Shillong. At around 9:30, I reached Shillong in his residence, where he was shivering. And I told him again, see, sir, Mahe, we better not discuss anything today, you better rest. My colleague Ba Charles, he will know very well that time. Then I left his residence. I reached Umiam, then only he collapsed that night and reached hospital. That was in 2017. But by the grace of God, he has been treated and he recovered. And on 27 November 2017, we had a meeting in his residence where the committee has decided to fill me as a candidate to replace him. I was caught unaware and unprepared during that time. But he told me, you will accept or not. And I requested him, give me 1 week, let me consult with my parents, with my family, with my wife, brothers and sisters, then I'll be back to you. Say, okay, I'll give you 1 week. Then after 1 week, we decide that we have to accept, and on the 7th of December 2017, he declared me as a candidate from Nongpo constituency. That is a turning point, and during those time, we hardly have only 2 months to prepare for election, but by the grace of God and by his blessing and his powerful speech on the 8th of February 2018 at Umden, where he can barely stand in his feet also because he is unwell. He spoke for hardly 2 to 3 minutes, but a powerful speech which has turned the fate of everyone. And I must place on record my sincere thanks to God, my sincere thanks to late Dr. Didi Lapang for his continuous support, my parents, that we won that election in 2018. So my association with him, in which I cannot forget the fact that he has made me what I am today. And I'm not wrong to say that many honorable members of this august house, very much senior to me, they have their own experiences which they can share, but due to paucity of time, we don't have much time here. But as I must say, one of the students that he has produced, that he has groomed, and I hope that his legacy will be remembered forever. Not only by the constituent of Nongpo constituency, but by the people of the state as a whole. He has contributed enormously across community, across district, across the region. I must place on record that in the month of October, before he passed away, that is somewhere in the 8th of September 2025, in which we had a session that day. I remember when we went to see him in his residence. He told me one thing. He told me one thing, in which it is a dream and aspiration of each and every MLA after becoming an MLA. He told me, I want you to become a minister. I told him, thank you, my head. Let's hope that your wish will come true one day. And as the student, as a person whom late Dr. Didi Lapang has groomed and made today, I would like to place on record my sincere thanks for his contribution, not only personally to me, but to the state, to the district, and the people of Ribhoi. They cannot forget that what he has done in the past, it will remain a legacy that we will follow in days to come. Sir, I also send my condolences to the family of Ba R.A. Lungdo, one of the leaders that we have lost, and all the another 16 leaders of our country. And I hope that even though we have lost so many great leaders who have contributed in their different capacities, we hope that many more leaders will come up to contribute to the society, especially to the state, to ensure that each and every citizen, the dream and aspiration that they have on all the 60 elected representatives will come true. And I'm not wrong to say the intention of each and every member when we come to this August House also is to ensure that we will represent our constituent in a constructive manner. Thank you, sir, for allowing me to take part. Thank you so much.
Yes, Charles Mano.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I also rise to join the Leader of the House, the Leader of the Opposition, and also the Honorable Member from Nongpo, Baamian Bonsi, in expressing my heartfelt condolences on the passing of our beloved leaders. The loss of such great leaders is indeed profound loss to our state and to our beloved nation. To you, Mr. Speaker, sir, I convey my deepest condolences to the bereaved families and pray that God grant them strength, comfort, and peace during this difficult time. Mr. Speaker, sir, please allow me to speak specifically about the precious life of a great leader of the state, Dr. Didi Lapang, whom we fondly knew as Mahe in Riboh district. The passing of Dr. Didi Lapang is a great personal loss to me. He was my mentor and like a father to me. I can confidently say that because of him, I stand here today in this position. I used to say that myself and Baamian Bonsi, we passed from the same school, which we call Dr. Didi Lapang School of Politics. Dr. Didi Lapang was a man of his word and a man of discipline. At 7 o'clock every morning, he would be in his office at his residence, dressed impeccably in three-piece suit and necktie. He was extremely punctual and never missed the time fixed for any program. In fact, he would always arrive before time. Sometimes when we reach 10 or 15 minutes early, he would ask the driver to slow down so that he would not arrive too early. When he first appointed me as his personal assistant, I remember he told me, Charles, you have to assist me on my visit to Delhi. That is the first time. But I remember he did not allow me to sit in his car. Instead, he asked me to sit in the police vehicle. After 6 months, I remember, before one of our trip to Delhi, he told me to sit with him in his car. From that time onward, I traveled with him and even booked seat in the same row during flights. He did this because he wanted to train me. He believed in testing and shaping a person before promoting him. Through him, I learned discipline, patience, and responsibility. He was a leader who respected everyone. If he was invited to a program and could not attend, he would personally ensure that a letter of regret was sent on time. He never forgot to wish national and state leaders on their birthday. If ever we forgot to send greetings, he would scold me. That showed how much he valued relationship and courtesy. As Ba Amiral has said, he was also a powerful speaker, a preacher, and a good singer. Among his most memorable sermons were The Empty Chair and Wrong Number, which touched many hearts. Mr. Speaker, sir, I remember in 2011 when he delivered a speech at an institution in Bangalore. Many students, especially those from Meghalaya, were moved to tears by his words. Above all, he taught me the importance of gratitude. One lesson I can never forget is when he would say, "Never forget to say thank you, and always count your blessing." Whenever I completed any task assigned by him, he would never fail to say, "Charles, thank you." That humility truly defined his greatness. As a public representative from Ribahoi district, I will never forget what he has done in Ribahoi district. Since he was first elected in the year 1972, he worked tirelessly for the poor and the needy. He was instrumental in the establishment of many institutions and organizations, including Ribahoi College, the Ribahoi District Sports Association, the Ribahoi Dorbar, the Ribahoi Youth Federation, RBYF, and the Northern College. During his tenure as Chief Minister, Ribahoi was granted full-fledged district status on the 4th June 1992, an achievement that remains historic for the people of Ribahoi district. Indeed, his passing is a great loss to Ribahoi district and to the state as a whole. As Chief Minister, there are countless contributions he made, which I cannot fully mention due to the constraint of time. However, Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like to remind this House that the inauguration of the Northeastern Indira Gandhi Regional Institute of Health and Medical Science, NEGRIMS, took place during his chief ministership, a milestone in strengthening healthcare in our region. Today, we mourn not only a leader, but a statesman, a mentor, and a father figure. His legacy of discipline, respect, humility, and gratitude will continue to guide us. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise with deep humility and gratitude. I am not certain whether it is customary to say thank you on such a solemn occasion, but on behalf of the bereaved family and personally, having stood with him and his family for so many years, I feel it is my duty to express a heartfelt appreciation. I sincerely thank the Honorable Chief Minister, our Deputy Chief Ministers, ministers, and also the esteemed member of this August House and the state government for the dignity, respect, and support extended during the state funerals. Your presence, your solidarity, and the honor bestowed upon him have brought great comfort to the family in this moment of profound loss. Once again, I convey my deepest condolences to his wife, Nya Amethyst Lindabla, his son Baluk, and his grandchildren. May God continue to bless and comfort them in this time of sorrow. I'll miss him. I'll miss Dr. Didi Lapang Mahe. We will miss him. Rest in eternal peace, beloved Mahe. Your light and your lessons will forever guide our district Riboy and Meghalaya. With these few words, Mr. Speaker, sir, thank you so much. I resume my seat. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. So I now rise also to join the Leader of the House, Leader of Opposition, Honorable MLA from Nongpo, Honorable MLA from Mahoti, for the condolence message for these great and tall leaders of our state, Shri late Didi Lapang, late R.A. Lingdo, and other leaders from other states. Well, sir, to speak on Sir late Didi Lapang, many have spoken, have paid their condolences. But from my side, being very young, I used to follow my uncle, late H.D.R. Lingdo, going to his residence, heard so much about him. He is also one of the person who has really motivated me to join politics. I will not be talking much about him, but just a condolence message to his family and also to the constituency of Nongpo. Well, I would like to speak most now is my condolence message for late R.A. Lingdo. I was unfortunate to give my condolence message for my late uncle H.D.R. Lingdo because we had the by-election. But This time, I've been given a chance, and I'm fortunate enough to give the condolence for my uncle too, because late HDR Lingdo also we call him Mahedon, and late R.A. Lingdo, I also call him Mahe. The constituency of Soyong call both these leaders Mahe. So for Mahe, R.A. Lingdo, being a representative from Soyong constituency who was passed on the 4th of December 2025, he has lived a very long life for 80 years. What I remember most about him being very young, he was first, before he joined politics, he was a sports officer. I remember meeting him in the 90s when I was very young. He used to come and visit my mom, come to the house. We used to discuss. I used to hear Mahe Ari Lingdo and my dear uncle H.D. Lingdo discussing about sports, then talking about why don't you take the post of MDC. Then both decided he left the government job and joined politics, starting from the post of MDC. Then later on in life, what I saw is they both part ways, and my uncle, late R.A. Lingdo, contested for the election in 1998 and won the election also in 1988, became the MLA of Soyong. He also became a minister of the state and has done so much for the state too. Well, late R.A. Lingdo, he is an uncle to me because we are also from the same clan. Late H.D. Lingdo is also a Thaba. Mahe R.A. Lingdo too is a Thaba, well, the same for me. He is a soft-spoken person, very humble, and he was also very disciplined, especially with timings, I remember. And remembering him fought many elections till the day he was getting old, and I was very fortunate enough to be guided by him. It was in the year 2018. I was lucky and fortunate enough to go and tour the constituency of Soyong with him. I remember going to funerals and some sports program in my constituency. He would always like to push me. And also guided me. When he see people, though he is old, he will say, go and shake the hands of all. I would do that. And he would try to improvise. Whenever I tried to speak, he would try to guide me and give me some points how to speak and give a speech in a different way where people will try to understand how to give speeches in a political way. So I have learned so much from him. What I remember most about him is his big heart, his love for the people. The people of the constituency of Soyong really missed him. His dedication to his work, and he always kept the people first. His love for sports is enormous. He is also one of the founders of the club Shillong Lajong, and also a member of the Shillong Sports Association. His love for sports and also for politics and also for the party, United Democratic Party, UDP. He is also the General Secretary of the party till the day he retired from politics. It so happened that my late uncle H.D.R. Lingdo, being a member of the National Congress at that time, when they always fought each other in the constituency of Soyong, and there was a time when late H.D.R. Lingdo lost the election. Then there were talks, I came in between, where a message was sent that my uncle late H.D.R. Lingdo would like to join the party UDP. There were talks in the constituency, and in 2022, where H.D.R. Lingdo, late H.D.R. Lingdo, my uncle, joined the party. I remember my uncle late R. Lingdo Mahetin. He called me to his residence, and the moment I met him, he smiled. He told me that I'm very happy that Badon has joined the party. I never thought he'll ever join, but this day is the happiest day that we are together in the same party. So it is a story and also a little bit interesting because why it is both are my uncle and also from the same constituency, and also me being a Thaba, now being the representative in the assembly from the same constituency too. So lastly, what I see is they are great leaders from the constituency and also to the state too. And the lesson of what I've learned from late R. Lingdo, there were times we would tour together in 2018. We would sit down while I drive the car. I remember, while I drive the car, he would tell me, you can be busy all the time. You will have so much of work to do with the people, but always remember this thing. Always stick to your principles. So that is what I learned from him, and I will be not speaking much, but I would just like to say that the people of Soyong constituency really miss late R. Lingdo, his contribution to the constituency and also to the state. With these few words, I now resume to my seat.
Any other members who would like to participate? Okay. Since there are no more participants, I would also like to join the Honorable Chief Minister, the Honorable Leader of the Opposition, and the other honorable members of this august House to express my condolences to the bereaved families of previously mentioned 18 illustrious individuals and leaders who have passed away during the last 6 months. I had personally known quite a few of them, but I may not be able to name all the honorable members, but I also would like to join this House. And especially I would like to mention late Dr. Didi Lapang, who had passed away on 12 September 2025 at the age of 91. He emerged from humble beginnings, marked by an early loss and economic hardship, but he rose through sheer determination and integrity to occupy the highest offices of governance of the state, with an exceptional distinction as chief minister on 5 occasions, and as deputy chief minister, as a cabinet minister and leader of the opposition, and later as chief advisor and advisor to the government of Meghalaya during his long span of his political life. His contributions to the governance, institutional stability, and democratic traditions have left an indelible imprint on the political history of the state. I had the privilege of being acquainted with him since 2018, when I was serving as the Member of Parliament in the Rajya Sabha, representing the state from the year 2008 onwards. And I met him numerous times in Delhi and in Shillong, and sometimes at the residence of our late leader, P.A. Sangma. And I had the opportunity of learning so many things from him. A man of deep faith and moral conviction, Dr. Lapang was a devout Christian whose spiritual grounding informed his public conduct, marked by humility, compassion, and a strong sense of service. In recognition of his outstanding contributions to society, governance, and education, late Dr. D.D. Lapang was conferred with several prestigious honors, including doctorates in divinity, philosophy, and letters from reputed institutions. I had the opportunity of visiting his house just about a week before he passed away, and meeting him and his family and his granddaughter. He could not speak, but he was acknowledging my visit and trying to communicate his appreciation that I had come to pay my respects and visit during his last hours and last days of his life. And maybe I was of the few people who I had the opportunity of getting the information from Honorable Member Charles Magner that he had passed away just a few minutes ago. But I could not attend his funeral because I was engaged I had engagements outside the state. Dr. Lapang is survived by his wife, Mrs. Amethyst Pla, and his son and grandchildren. I join with all the members of this house, August House, in mourning the loss of this visionary leader, a principled public servant, and a compassionate human being whose life exemplified the highest ideals of service and sacrifice. I also pay my respects to late R.A. Lingdo, who passed away on 4th December 2025 at the age of 80. He was a former minister of the state, MLA, who ably represented the Soyang constituency. Mr. R.A. Lingdo, late R.A. Lingdo, will be fondly remembered for his unflinching dedication to public service, his enduring contributions to sports and community development. And I would also like to place on record our sincere and deep appreciation for the valuable contributions of late R.A. Lingdo to the people of our state, Meghalaya. I would like to mention other leaders. Late P.P. Tangchan from Kerala Legislative Assembly, late Giriraj Prasad Tiwari, a former Speaker of Rajasthan Legislative Assembly, late Ravi Naik, former Chief Minister of Goa, late Yogendra Makwana, former Union Minister from Gujarat, late Mainul Haq, member of the West Bengal Legislative Assembly, late H.Y. Meti, a senior leader and 5-time member of Karnataka Legislative Assembly, late Sudhakar Singh, former member of the Uttar Pradesh Legislative Assembly, late Diwakar Bhatt, former member of Uttarakhand Legislative Assembly, late Sri Prakash Jaiswal, former member of Parliament and Union Minister from Uttar Pradesh, late Ram Vilas Vedanti, former member of Parliament from Madhya Pradesh, late Biswa Bandhu Des, who was my contemporary and was Speaker of Tripura Legislative Assembly, who passed away on 26 December at the age of 72. Late Suresh Khalmadi, former Union Minister from Maharashtra, who passed away on 6th January 2026 at the age of 81. I also had the privilege of meeting him several times during my time at the Parliament. He was also the Member of Parliament, Rajya Sabha, when I was serving in the same capacity during the year 2009. I also remember late N. Sundaram, former member of Tamil Nadu Legislative Assembly. And I want to place on record my profound sorrow in the passing away of late Imkong Elimchen, former Minister of Nagaland, who departed on the 11th November 2025 at the age of 70 years. I had the privilege of knowing him since 2018, when he had come to Shillong and to meet our Honorable Chief Minister and myself, and meeting him, discussing several political issues of Nagaland and the Northeast region in general, and meeting him several times and getting closely acquainted with him for several times since 2018. When he passed away on 11th November, the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association Zone 3 conference was being held at Kohima, and I had the privilege of paying my respects of his mortal remains and body when his mortal remains and body was kept at his Dimapur residence before his body was taken to his native village, Mangmetong village, for his final funeral service. I also join in paying my respects to late Shivraj Vishwanath Patil, eminent statesman and former Union Minister from Maharashtra, who passed away on 12 December 2025. He was also the Speaker of the Lok Sabha for quite some time. And I pay my respects to Ajit Anantrao Power, who passed away on 28 January 2026. I also had the privilege of getting acquainted with him when I was elected as Member of Parliament Rajya Sabha to represent the state of Meghalaya in 2008 on NCP party ticket. Mr. Sharad Pawar had organized a welcome dinner in Delhi, and Ajit Pawar also attended that meeting, and he congratulated me. And ever since, whenever I was in Delhi, I used to meet him on several occasions. But I could not be fully acquainted with him, but I expressed my deep sorrow at his passing away so tragically on 28th January 2026. So I join with this house, August House, and pay respects to all the departed souls, 18 individuals who had passed away during the last 6 months. May I now request all the honorable members to rise and observe 2 minutes of silence as a mark of respect to those departed souls. You may be seated, please. As there is no further business before the House for the day, the House stands adjourned till 10 a.m. on Tuesday, the 17th February 2026.